Hey everyone, it's Asher, and today we are reacting to Cricket. But it's the most controversial moments ever. I said controversial very weirdly, and I apologize for that. So cricket, like with any sport, is without controversy every now and again. A good example of that being, well, I guess the 2019 World Cup final. Oh man, a lot of people were not happy about that. I mean, I ain't got a problem with it. I was happy England won. I wanted that to happen. Okay, but let's get into the video and let's do this and yeah, let's get into it.
Hello and welcome to our top 15 most controversial moments in cricket. Get ready for some serious drama as we dive right in.
Why is it that a bunch of these involve the Ashes? Of course, it's then again, it's the Ashes. England versus Australia. There's always a something happening. There is always controversy when England and Australia when the Ashes are being played. For some reason, not so much whenever they play limited over stuff, but when it comes to the Ashes, oh boy, you're gonna see some dodgy umpiring.
At number 15, we have a moment so controversial it will leave you amazed. During the first test of the 2013 Ashes,
Oh man, 2013 Ashes. I remember it. Look at this squad. This was a goaded squad. You had Owen Shaw, you had Chris Tremlett, you had Graham Swan, you had Paul Collingwood, you have Stephen Finn, you have Alistair Cook. I can't. Yeah, Jonathan Trott. You have who's that back there? I can't tell who's back there. I can't see who's there. Who's there? The main man himself, Andrew Strauss. You got Matt Pryor. You got Alistair Cook. You got Monty Panesar.
Ashton Agar got Stuart Broad to edge a wide delivery straight to first slip.
I
A
remember
dismissal
watching
so
this.
obvious that it didn't even warrant a decision from the umpire. But while the Aussies celebrated, Broad simply strolled down the pitch to have a chat with his mate. Since the umpire hadn't given it out, all the Aussies could do was stand there in shock. A replay showed the obvious.
Oh, this was beautiful. I think I yeah, on the England and Wales cricket YouTube channel. Or was it on their Twitter? It was one of them. I left a tweet, either a tweet or a comment saying, "Well, I don't see why we're complaining about this considering Australia cheats all the time."
It out, all the
Look at
Aussies
this.
could do
Look
was
at
stand
this.
there in shock. A
Be
replay
shocked.
showed the
You
obvious.
deserve to be shocked. You all deserve to be shocked. Boom, boom, boom. Yep, that is an edge. Now, here's what I think the umpire might be thinking. The umpire probably thought that, this is just straight up coming off
Yes,
of.
and the commentator rightly questioned the audacity of Broad to
Yeah, this is coming off of the keeper.
walk down the pitch when he should have been walking to the dressing room. Outrageous scenes.
Broad went to score 50, by the way. You love to see it.
At number 14, we have Ravichandran pulling out the infamous man-cat against Sri Lanka's Lahiri Tirimane during an ODI in Australia. For those of you who may not know, the man-cat refers to a legal but unpopular mode of dismissal where the bowler runs the non-striker
Oh,
out
yeah.
before delivering the ball. Obviously, the non-striker has to be out of his crease to be given out. Unfortunately for Tirimane, he was well out his crease here, and while Ashwin was content with his decision,
Yeah.
the umpires took the matter to Virender Sehwag and Sachin Tendulkar, who decided to withdraw the appeal.
Okay, you know what? You have the wiser heads making the wise decision, as should be the case. But yeah, I think Tendulkar's like, no, 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 no. If we are going to win this, we are going to win this right. We are going to beat this team anyway. So, but we want to do it the right way.
They said
I am so sorry about my Indian accent. It's not the greatest. In fact, I'm not even sure if it even sounds Indian. If my Indian accent sounds Indian to all my Indian viewers, which is most of you, honestly, I'm that rare person who has like more Indian. Okay, I'm that rare person who has a majority Indian viewer base on YouTube, but majority American viewer base on Twitch. It's just how my life is. And continue.
say all's well that ends well, but boy, this move from Ashwin drew a lot of heat online. Finally,
Ashwin, I don't know. I don't know if he loves to do this. I don't know if Ashwin just loves to stir the pot because I feel like he does.
enough, this wouldn't be the last of Ashwin's man-cadding antics. Next up, we've
I want someone to man-can Ashwin, see how he likes it.
Some DRS controversy during a test match between India and South Africa. During the decider of this 2022 Test Series, Ravichandran
Now that's
Ashwin trapped
plum.
Dean Elgar plumb in front of the stumps. Maria Rasmus wasted no time in raising his finger. This seemed out for all the money in the world. However, when the decision was reviewed, Hawkeye ended up bamboozling everyone. The ball was going over the stumps. Given how full the ball was, this
Ooh.
seemed impossible. Even the umpire couldn't believe it.
Sorry, that is impossible.
Kohli and Ashwin took to the stump mic to give Supersport a piece of their
And speaking of people who like to draw heat to themselves, Virat Kohli. This man does not know what a chill pill is. This man is the epitome of I don't even know what to say. This man right here. He's great when he doesn't talk. Basically, he's great when he's not yapping. That's the best way I could put it. He's great when he is like great and tolerable when he's not yapping, when he's not going.
mind, but despite Hawkeye's apparent mistake, the decision was overturned and India would go on to lose the match.
Deserved. I want to say deserved for that one.
The 2023 Ashes was a series that delivered in every way you could imagine, especially in the drama department.
It's the Ashes. It always delivers on the drama department.
One of these dramatic moments came during the second test match when Ben Duckett was caught on the boundary by Mitchell Starc. It was a great
We love Ben Duckett here.
take, but
Not so much Mitchell Stark.
unfortunately Starc had made
So he caught it, but then
the mistake of grounding the ball once the catch had been completed. He did have full control for the most part, but ended up pressing the ball on the ground while getting up. The third umpire thought this was enough to overturn the decision. Aussie legend Glenn McGrath was visibly upset and went on to say if this was England, it would have been given out. Should
I don't know about that, Glenny. I don't know about that.
Duckett have been given out? Let us know.
Now, I'm gonna say Duckett should be given that out, and yes, that may or may not be. I mean, that may or may not be because England's one of my favorite teams, but no offense to, but okay, you know what? Forget the offense. You should not be using the ball to like hold your weight. Like the ball should not be like touching the ground when you catch the ball. Like, come on, man.
In the comments below. At number 11, we have the Aussies involved in some more controversy. Although
Oh yeah, I forgot Australia and India. There's always controversy there, and I'm fairly certain these two teams don't like each other.
this time they weren't on the receiving end. During the 2024 Border Gavaskar Trophy, Indian opener Yashasvi Jaiswal seemed to have edged one behind to the keeper.
That was so obvious. I mean, why? No, because I saw this. This was so obvious. This was so obvious. I don't care what anyone. I don't care whoever's supporting India hates it. That was such an obvious. That was so. What else could the ball? It's not hitting his arms. It's either hitting his glove or his bat. What else is that coming off of?
The umpire gave it as not out and
It's Joel Wilson. Of course it. Of course he's not giving that out. Of course Joel Wilson's not gonna give it out. We saw this in the Ashes.
Cummins sent the decision upstairs. Surprisingly enough, Ultra Edge didn't show anything despite a visible deviation once the ball had passed Jaiswal's gloves. Based on the visual evidence, the third umpire overruled the decision.
And then the Indian team still wants to complain about it, even though it was very obvious. Like, what else are you supposed? What else? Like, what? What? It hit your bat. It hit your glove. Not your bat. It hit your glove. It was so obvious. It's not touching your arms. Move on, bro.
Much to India's despair. Debates on our reliance on technology and its reliability followed, but we'll give credit to the umpire for this one. Was this just a technological error, or was the decision actually wrong? We'll
How would this decision be wrong? In what way is this decision wrong? This decision, okay, like them giving him out, that was the correct decision. How exactly is this wrong?
Let you decide. Next up, we have a questionable decision from the umpire that might have you scratching your head. During a 2023 Test series in New Zealand, England found themselves 2 runs away from
Actually, yes.
23 Test series in New Zealand.
Tell me how this is not a wide.
England found themselves 2 runs away from victory with only 1 wicket left. Neil Wagner ran in and bowled a wayward bumper to Jimmy Anderson that flew down the leg side.
That only was at a leg down the leg side. That was over his head. How did that not get given a wide?
Now, in a test match, the umpire can give balls down the leg side as wides if there's no way for the batsman to actually play a shot. But for some reason, the umpire decided against it. We should also mention that this delivery was going way over Anderson's head. To make matters much worse for England, Anderson gloved one behind to the keeper on the
He didn't glove it. It hit his bat.
To make matters much worse for England, Anderson gloved behind to the keeper on the very next ball, resulting in a 1-run victory for New Zealand.
Has Anderson ever hit the winning runs? Now that I think about it, has Anderson ever hit a winning run?
Ouch. At number 9, we have what is possibly the most controversial moment from the 2023 Ashes. Yep,
Oh, Lord.
that Bairstow run out. During the
Stumped. He was stumped.
last innings of the second test, Bairstow ducked a bouncer from Cameron Green on the final ball of the over. Without waiting for the umpire to signal the end of the over, he walked out of his crease and down the pitch. In a moment of quick thinking,
Yeah,
Alex Carey
he
rolled
deserved
the
it,
ball onto
man.
the stumps. The Aussies appealed, and after much deliberation, Bairstow was given out. And while the decision wasn't wrong, what followed afterwards was one of the fiercest debates over the spirit of the game. But after watching Broad edge one to slip and pretend as if nothing had happened, we'll let the Aussies take this one. Here we have a rather
Yeah,
unfortunate
we'll let them
incident
have it.
involving Sri Lankan veteran Angela Matthews and a Bangladeshi squad that made full use of the time
Now, these two teams don't hate each other. They just troll each other a lot.
out rule. During a group stage match in the 2023 ODI World Cup, Matthews arrived at the crease and discovered his helmet strap was broken. He made a quick trip to the dugout and came back, but Shakib Al Hassan decided to appeal for a timed out. While it is true that batters have to be ready to face a ball within 2 minutes of the previous batter's dismissal, Bangladesh could have cut Matthews some slack here, but they didn't, and a fuming Matthews became the first man in ODI history to be dismissed via a timed out. That's number 7.
That's just unfortunate. That's just unfortunate, and I'm not. I don't know. I mean, like, yeah, he's timed out. He took more than the 3 minutes, but like, I don't know. I think me personally, I would not have allowed. I wouldn't have like appealed timeout. You know.
Then we have our friend Ashwin showcasing his man-catting skills yet again. This time against England's Jos Buttler. During an IPL game, Ashwin proceeded to whip out the bails off as an unsuspecting Buttler crept out of his crease at the non-striker's end. Unfortunately for Buttler, the great Tendulkar wasn't there this time to withdraw the appeal, and he had to walk back to the dugout. While the man-cat has been a constant source of controversy and debate, we have to give Ashwin credit for sticking to his guns.
Again, Ashwin is a controversial person. He just is.
The man clearly loves this rule, and although he's retired from international cricket, we advise batters at both ends to stay in their crease when this man is bowling. Next up, we have poor Imad Wasim at the wrong end of a confusing umpiring decision. During a Caribbean Premier League game, Windy's big man Kieran Pollard sent a not-out decision for LBW upstairs. The call was indeed a close one, as it seemed Nareen had trapped Imad right in front of the stumps.
Where is this going? Oh no! They did not give that out.
The replay showed the bat extremely close to the pads, and there it was for all to see, a clear inside edge. But the third umpire must have been dreaming about a Caribbean holiday because he ended up giving it out. Imad had no choice but to walk back, and he obviously wasn't too happy about it. Seriously, guys, that's just poor umpiring.
Who's the third the third umpire must have been a West Indian. It could not have been anybody else. I know I can bet money it was someone from the Caribbean.
At number 5, we have a rather interesting use of the concussion substitute rule by the Indian team. During the 2025 T20 series against England, Indian all-rounder Shivam Dubey found himself ruled out after a bouncer pinged off his helmet. An entire innings remained, so India sought a replacement, but the man they brought in didn't exactly meet the rules requirements.
Right. Because according to the rules, it's supposed to be a like for like replacement. And I believe the guy is a batsman, but the guy they brought in was an all rounder, wasn't
The substitute rule, introduced in
it? The International Cricket Council, ICC, the global governing body of the sport, introduced the concussion substitute rule across all international formats, including T20 and first class cricket on August 1st, 2019.
2019 allows for a team to replace their concussed player with a like-for-like player. Since India were
Yeah, like for instance, when Smith was out of that one, okay, 2019 Ashes, was it 2019 Ashes? That happened in the 2019 Ashes, didn't it? Yeah, I think yeah. So like remember when it happened in the 2019 Ashes? I think Smith got hit in the head and then he just could not operate anymore. So then they brought in Marnus Labuschagne. That's a like for like replacement. He's a top order bats. Yeah, he's a batsman and also a part time leg spinner, which that's like very convenient.
about to bowl, they pulled a rabbit out of their hat and brought in a literal fast bowler in Harshit Rana to replace the injured Dubey. Smart move? Maybe. But controversial? Most definitely. Next up, we have some more shocking umpiring decisions, this time against Australia's Usman Khawaja. During the 2013 Ashes, Khawaja
And once again, it's the Ashes. Oh, once again, it's the Ashes.
found himself comprehensively beaten by an absolute ripper from Graham Swan. The players appealed for caught behind, and the on-field umpire raised the dreaded finger, but a review showed no contact between bat and ball. To make Khawaja's case even more concrete, Hotspot didn't show anything either. The only sound heard was Khawaja's bat nicking his trousers. And that's all the third umpire needed because he ended up giving him out anyway. As the late great Shane warned and commented, this was just a staggering decision.
R.I.P. to the legend. I just want to say that R.I.P. to the legend. He is severely missed.
At number 3, we have one of the most controversial cricketers.
Here we go. Here we go. Here's the moment we were all waiting for.
Moments of the modern era. Ben Stokes' miracle boundary against New Zealand during the last over of the 2019 ODI final. As if it wasn't bad enough that Guptill's throw had hit Stokes' bat.
No, the ball hitting the bat wasn't okay. Look, the ball hitting Ben Stokes' bat, that wasn't Ben Stokes' fault. We established this, and then the ball going to the boundary. Yeah, what can you do? This type of outfield. The controversy was that Dharmasena gave it 6 when it was supposed to be 5.
And run away for 4, the umpire ended up signaling 6 runs. Stokes hadn't even made it back for the double yet when the ball struck.
Now, here's the thing. Would Stokes have been safe? I feel like he might have. Okay, here's his bat. Now, the ball kind of knocked his bat out of his hand. So, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Would Stokes have been safe? I feel like he might have. Okay, it's close.
In a game of such fine margins, especially in a World Cup final, an extra run could have made all the difference in the world. Who knows, if Stokes hadn't gotten in the way, the Kiwis might have had a World Cup to their name. But we're just speculating. At number 2, we have the
I don't know, it's close, but maybe Stokes is now. If the ball hadn't hit his bat, I feel like Stokes might have been out, but it would have been close. Honestly, either he's out or he just about made his ground.
Aussies on the wrong side of an umpiring decision yet again. During a 2023 Test match against South Africa, Steve Smith
Also, I want to know the name of this song. If anybody knows the name of this song, please let me know in the comments down below so I can add it to my Spotify.
seemed to have pulled off a stunner in the slips. A quick low catch that just seemed to land in his hand. Now, catches this close to the ground are usually tough to judge. The trick is to make sure that the fielder's fingers are underneath the ball. And while that did seem to be the case, the umpires ruled in favor of Heinrich Klaassen. We won't lie, it was touch and go, but come on guys. Smith did say he had his fingers underneath the ball, but with the Aussies, it's never really that simple.
It really never is, especially involving a certain sandpaper moment. We didn't forget that.
And as always, we've saved the best, or rather most controversial, for last. During the third match of the 1981 ODI series between Australia and New Zealand, the Chappell brothers conspired to commit an act so outrageous, it's still talked about to this day. Requiring 6 off the last ball to draw the match, Kiwi tailender Brian McKenzie had just walked into bat. But Greg Chappell probably confused him for Sir Vivian Richards because he ended up instructing Trevor to bowl an underarm delivery. While legal in most competitions at the time, this tactic was never used. Unfortunately, the younger Chappell ended up bowling the sort of delivery only the Hulk could smash for 6, and Australia ended up winning the match. The Kiwis and cricket fans around the world were so disgusted that the ICC ended up banning the underarm delivery altogether. And there you have it, folks. Our top 15 most controversial.
That was definitely the right call from the ICC. Like, there's no need. Like there's no need for that. But yeah, that was this video. Cricket, but it's the most controversial moments ever. If there's any other controversial moments that you think that they should have added here, let me know in the comments. Say whatever you need to say in the comment section down below. And until the next video, yeah, I will see I'll see you guys later. Bye.